All right, let's get to this Dark Magician deck profile. First up, we got our two Dark Magicians. Don't really need any more than that. Just kind of clogs up the deck. And then up next, we got our one copy of Dark Magician Girl. Can't have the homie without his homegirl. Then we got our three copies of Magician's Rod. Normal summon it to the field, able to search any card, spell, or trap that mentions Dark Magician. Then we got our three copies of Magician Souls. We'd use it to dump Dark Magician or DMG to the grave from our deck. Then either special summon Dark Magician or Souls, depending upon what we need to do. And Souls acts as some extra draw power for the deck if it's on the field. Then we got our three Illusion of Chaoses. Absolutely clutch card, able to search any of the cards you see right there in front of you, then add it back to the top of the deck. Or if you're able to actually ritual summon it to the field, then it's clutch, because you can, if an opponent activates an effect, you can special summon a Dark Magician to the field and be able to negate that effect, bring Illusion of Chaos back to the hand, so you're able to keep on searching your next turn. It's absolutely filthy. Then we got our two Timiest United Dragons. I was running three there for a while. I just toned it down just to make room for some other stuff in the deck that I wanted to try out. But it's absolutely clutch. Monster Fusion, special summon fusion card. Absolutely great. Then we got our three Spooky Dogwoods. Just a way to buy us some time and get us some extra life points in the process, because everybody loves a special summon nowadays. Then we got our Illusion Magician Apprentice. Absolutely clutch card. Gives spellcasters 2,000 extra attack in battle. And Heavenly Prison, because we're trap heavy. But that's it for the monsters. Now to the spells. Three copies of Dark Magical Circle. Excavate the top three, add a card that mentions Dark Magician or him himself to the hand. Then it works as our banish cycle, as it's a continuous spell on the field. When we special summon a Dark Magician, we're able to then banish an opponent's card. Soul Servants to search any card we may need, and if Dark Magician and DMG are both in the grave, it's Pot of Greed, baby. Magician Salvation to search Eternal Soul and set it from the deck, and then also brings back Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from the grave if you special summon one of them. Secrets of Dark Magic, our ritual card or our fusion card, and Magicalized Fusion. No Red Eyes Fusion, you saw. Don't believe in it. Eternal Souls, two of them bad boys. Set it up with our Dark Magical Circle to get our banish cycle going and really start to make people mad. They're going to be confused. They're going to hate you. And they're just not going to like you, especially once you get Dragonite on the field. Two Trap Holes. Gravedigger's Trap Holes, absolutely love them. Too many people try to activate stuff from the grave or their hand. Solemn Strikes, more negates, nothing to explain. Imperms, more negates, nothing to explain. I told you it's a trap heavy deck. Skill Drain, I told you people are going to hate you. If you run this deck, people will hate you, I promise. And then I just brought in, for example, also I run a side deck, Ice Dragons, Prisons, and Torrential Tributes. Depending upon what I'm going against, I might main deck them. It just really depends. But honestly, any of those traps there, any combination of them is absolutely filthy. Guaranteed to make opponents mad. But now, let's get to the extra deck. One Link Karibo. 1 Link Spider, just a way to dump Dark Magician to the grave so we can get our banish cycle going. Wee Witch gives Dark Monsters extra 500 point attack boost, and then if it's destroyed, you can add a spellcaster from your graveyard to your hand, so definitely comes in clutch to be able to help set up your next turn. Selene, absolutely beautiful card, love it. The special summon, if you get enough spell counters on it, the extra special summon to help go into Access Code Talker eventually is absolutely beautiful. And boom, there's our Access Code Talker. No explanation needed there. 1 Ebone Illusion Magician, even though I honestly don't really use them that much. Opportunity never really arises. 1 number 11 Big Eye, opportunity arises for him a lot. Absolutely filthy. Use your 2 Dark Magicians, go into Big Eye, dump Dark Magician, bring him back with Eternal Soul, and then banish one of your opponent's monsters, and then take control of the other one with Big Eye. Clutch. Filthy. 2 Dragon Knights. Acts as Dark Magician while he's on the field or in the graveyard, protects your back row, absolutely clutch. I will go for that first every single time over Dragoon any day, and then 2 copies of Dragoon because you have to. Like I said, I'll go Dragon Knight over Dragoon, but no, you still got to run Dragoon because Dragon Knight just allows me to keep my control of the board. And then I bring Dragoon in for game. The Dark Magicians, more draw power for the deck. If it's destroyed, you can special summon Dark Magician and DMG from your deck, grave, or hand. 1 Quintet, 1 Master of Chaos, and 1 Predaplant. The Predaplant, Master of Chaos are just kind of fillers for the extra deck. Gets to some test hands here. Sorry, the voiceover's kind of running over a little bit into shit. But ideally, this would be one of our more ideal hands. Got Dark Magician, Dark Magical Circle, Magician Souls, which we would use to dump DMG from the deck to the grave. Special summon the Magician Souls. And then I believe we also had an Illusion of Chaos and a Soul Servant for this ideal hand, I guess you could say. I mean, ultimately, you always have to work with what you got, but then we would activate Illusion of Chaos from here to search Timeus United Dragon, put Illusion of Chaos back on top of the deck, add Timeus to our hand, and then there's our hand right now. Activate Dark Magical Circle, Chain Soul Servant. Then I believe I'm going to search Eternal Soul here, and Eternal Soul would go to the top of the deck. Then we would excavate the top 3 of the deck with Dark Magical Circle. Obviously, add Eternal Soul and place the other 2 on top of the deck. Soul Servant goes to the grave. Then Timeus United Dragon. Special summon them by sending Magician Souls to the field or grave. Then activate Timeus' effect to fusion summon Dragon Knight using our Dark Magician we had in hand and Timeus. Now we got our back row protection on the field. Set our Eternal Soul, and then say we would actually, because I messed up here, I started explaining what we would go for in this setup. We would actually end up banishing our Soul Servant and Grave and being able to draw 2 cards since we have DMG and Dark Magician in the grave. But what I'm explaining right here is, so Basically, if your opponent would say, let's go for a Lightning Storm or Harpy Feather Duster, you can activate your Eternal Soul, and it would protect your Dark Magicians, which your Dragon Knight counts as a Dark Magician. And then your back row is also protected from anything because of Dragon Knight. So Eternal Soul and Dragon Knight are bouncing off of each other. And then our Banish cycle, bringing back Dark Magician with Eternal Soul, Banish with Dark Magical Circle, and we're just running the board. And that's why we go Dragon Knight first, because the next turn, guess what? Dragoon, and that's more than likely going to be game.